No, you're right there. Let me do this because I naturally
All right. Nothing but professionalism here. All right. That was a wild first half of football. I felt all of the different emotions. I'm already. Let's talk about it. Welcome in everybody. As everybody's trickling in, let me just say welcome to the A to Z Sports Big Orange Game Day. I always forget that game day. Big Orange Game Day halftime reaction show. I'm Charlie Burris, writer for A to Z Sports, and that is a much more accomplished person across from me here, former Tennessee quarterback Jonathan Crumpton. We're going to talk about Tennessee. Crump, that was a stressful first half. You really saw I guess sort of the blessing and the curse of Josh Heupel and Allen.
Yeah.
I think things blew up on you, and then somehow you got a 3-point lead at the half. What happened there? What happened?
I'm loving your reactions right now. I can't help it because mine, yours, and Austin's text during the halftime. I can see the emotions coming through. Ooh, right. So now to hear it's fun for me. But no, I mean, man, hey. I learned this a long time ago from an old triple option coach. It's not time of possession. It's points per possession. Right?
Good point.
Time of possession, we're getting our butts kicked. Let's just call it like it is. But our offense has only got, so would we run 4 plays right there? So 22 total plays? No, 21 total plays. We ran 3. So 21 total plays. They've thrown the ball 22 times, and we're winning. So it's not time of possession; it's points per possession. And right now, we're winning that ball game. All right. So I said it on yesterday on Friday that my confidence level is 10 out of 10 because that's my expectation for us playing Kentucky. All right. That's just the bottom line. So bottom line is we are playing well. We've thrown for 261, 3 touchdowns. Right. It makes it easier when we can throw what I call a smoke screen, and we take it 75 yards. That makes our life so much easier. Negative is defense, we can score really quick, right? Defense, we can go with 3 and out really quick. So that's part of what you get with a high-powered offense, right? I mean, defense has been on the field for way too long. It's not necessarily the total of plays, but they've been on the field for 49 plays right now. So they're on pace for almost 100. We do need to clean that up, though.
So, truly. I mean, you're touching on what I think most people will have as their main question at this half. And John B. threw it up here in the comments on YouTube. He said, what's up with our defense? And the main question to me that I would give to you, Crump, is the defense suffering from just the nature of the game? Tennessee scored so quickly. They're getting worn ragged with all the time possession. Or are they just purely playing poorly? Because it was a tough watch. I won't lie.
Yeah, no, and I don't disagree with that. I don't necessarily think we played this way all year on offense, right? And that's what you get. We were talking about before we came on about kind of a basketball fast break style, and this is the old school Kobe Bryant shoot or shoot. I'm going to shoot it 100 times a game, but I'm going to score 80 points, so it's going to look like I made every shot, right? That's what we're doing on offense. We take our shots, but we're efficient with them now. So it looks like we're being, we're scoring all these points, but we're not, hey, we might go 3 and out 4 times in a row, but the next 2 drives we might score in 1 play. Right. So the defense understands that is what I'm getting at. They know what they're getting with our offense. We just got to make some tackles. And we talked about this before. They have a running quarterback that just so happens can throw the ball. Make him beat you throwing it. Make him beat you. Stats say he's 14 of 21, 136 and a touchdown. Okay, so if we're going on pace, he's not throwing for 300 against us. Make him beat us. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And so far, he's been efficient with that.
There's nothing more painful with this football team right now than on 3rd down and watching a QB run for a first down. I mean,
QB draw, empty formation, 3rd and 4 with a running quarterback is prime for quarterback draw. North Carolina today did it, or they do it all the time, actually. But I'm just saying, against Wake, they did it in a crucial situation to go take the lead. You know it's coming when you go empty.
Yeah, that And at this point, I mean, I don't think that there's any excuse. It just seems like it just isn't in the cards for this defense to be able to cover. I mean, at this point, every team is doing it against you. Everyone has noticed that that's what works, and they just can't stop it. I mean, it's kind of just that if you don't like it, come and stop us, and we just can't. It's painful, but
what did we say, or at least I said about 3 games ago? If our defense it has the bend but don't break mentality, I'm cool with that because we know we don't have the depth that we need yet. The scheme is there, but we don't have enough guys that we can keep subbing, right? That have game experience that we really can do this. So time of possession, like I said, to me it's points per possession. If we just give up field goals, we win these ball games, right? Yeah. Make them kick long field goals. They've already missed a 50-yarder, right? They obviously didn't have confidence right there at the half and went for it on 4th down. Get them in those situations. Take 8 minutes off the clock. I don't really care, right? If this comes down to a last drive of the game, we have the ability to score quick. They don't. I mean, not that they don't, but not as well as we do. So that's where I think our advantage is.
It's crazy because that first half really did tell the entire Josh Heupel story to me. You got every single element, good and bad, because you saw when things go bad, they go bad real quick. I mean, it just like
they come back real quick though.
And exactly. And somehow you have a 3-point lead at the half, and that 3-point lead came off of a drive that started with really good field possession, but a drive that started on the other side of the field, and with a minute 15 or something. Not even. I mean, well, no, it wasn't. It was like.
Are you talking about for
at the end of the half? It was what, 16 seconds. 16 seconds. What am I saying? It was like 16 seconds. I mean, case in point, right there. Yeah, at 16 seconds, you salvage 3 points. I mean, this is the entirety of what Josh Heupel brings you, all in one half, compacted down. It was an emotional roller coaster. But I'll take it because you're winning the football game. That's all that counts. It's whoever has the most points when that clock runs out. So. I'll say, well, let's move on to the second half of the show. We're already close to 10 minutes here, so we do have to move on. And I'll say first, before we move on to the second half of the show, everybody in the comments, thanks to everybody who's watching. We got 200 people watching live right now. That's amazing. Thanks for watching every week to everybody who's tuning in. Drop into the comments, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching. And we ask this most weeks when it's relevant. What's your confidence level that Tennessee can pull this out? This is tough on the road, only up 3. Played a heck of a half, I would say, but the depth is questionable, as we've seen all season long. So what's your confidence level? 1 to 10. Just drop it in there. 1 to 10. Where are you at on the confidence level that Tennessee will pull this out? And we'll get to that in just a second. And I'll say that this halftime reaction show is brought to you by all the content on A2ZSports.com. Make sure you go over there and check out all the content we have. It's not just this. Myself, I host a podcast called The Big Orange Podcast, drops every Monday. I host that with Zach Reagan, who's another writer at A2Z Sports. And we get to flesh out things a little bit longer than myself and Crompton do here. And we go deep on everything with Tennessee every single week, every Monday at the A2Z Sports Podcast Network feed. You can go over there, rate, review, subscribe, and then just A2ZSports.com. Tons of Tennessee coverage, tons of Titans coverage. If you're one of those psychos like me that likes to root for those guys, they're killing me this week too. Predators, anything and everything that has to do with Tennessee sports, it's over there. Go check it out, A2ZSports.com. And with that out of the way, what do we have on some of these comments, Crom?
We got some good ones.
Let's see. Chris 8. Evan. Well, I'll lead in to anybody that just tuned in. We're talking confidence level that Tennessee can pull this game out, up by 3 at the half. Chris says 8. Evan White says 6.4. John 5. Darren 6. Eric 6.5. Mike says 10. Very confident. I like it. Chris says 8. Tisa and Leslie is 2 people. 7. Patrick says 6. Crump, where are you at? 1
Well, come on. Dustin, we had this conversation yesterday. Stop being a hater. I know you're a Kentucky fan, okay? No, but we had some good combos yesterday. No, I mean, I'm going to stick with my guns from yesterday. I'm a 10. I said it yesterday. I can't go back on it. and that is no slight on Kentucky because they are a good ball team this year. They really are. They run the ball very efficiently, but I just like where we're headed. I like kind of what we've done offensively this half, minus the turnover. We've got to clean that up. We can't do that. If we don't turn that ball over, this is a totally different ball game. But ifs and buts, right? So I'm sticking with a 10. Hopefully I'm not wrong.
So I have the reputation as the negative guy. I said during, everybody, the Alabama game, everybody's feeling good. Ole Miss game, everybody's feeling good. And I'm like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm that guy.
Let's hear it.
When it comes to the Kentucky game.
Okay.
There are two teams on Tennessee's schedule every single season that I have a blanket policy about. With Florida, Tennessee is losing to Florida until they win. Period. That just is the way that it is. It's a psychological block. They could roll out a high school team and we would lose to them. Kentucky. Tennessee is beating Kentucky until we don't. It's a 10 for me. What the heck?
Somebody record this right now. Save it because we'll never hear that again.
Stoops had his greatest season at Kentucky and lost to Tennessee by 20 points. I'm sorry. Kentucky has beaten Tennessee 3 times in the entirety of my 30-year life. I mean, what am I supposed to say? It just is what it is. I mean, that's a better conversion rate than the Florida game. So, it's a win till it's not. It's a 10 for me. So there, I know people were still like, even my comments on Twitter during that first half, they were like, dude, chill out. It's not that bad. I still think we're going to win. It's Kentucky. So
all your comments, you're just you being you in that sense because you've been heartbroken so many times. I get it.
If anybody watches me on Sundays during Titans games, I am like the most fatalist fan that could ever be. And I feel like people think I'm like putting on a show when I do that. You should go talk to my wife. She's right outside the store right here. And she'd be like, no, he sits on the couch and just freaks out the entire time. It's not a character, guys. It is what it is.
I love it.
I own it.
I'm reading some of these comments. I mean, I know I'm going back to real quick because we have a few minutes on the bend but don't break. But these people are you guys are right. I mean, we still got to be better on defense. I know we don't need to. We need to have that bend but don't break. But we don't necessarily need to bend against Kentucky. Their running back, we don't know the status, right? We don't know if Smoke's coming back. We don't know because he got hurt there at the end. Or at least it looked like he was hobbled up a little bit. Like I said, man, we got to make them beat us throwing the ball and try to get off the field, right? We really do. This is a team game. I get it. I have the mentality of, man, let's play fast on offense. If we go 3 and out, screw it, we'll come right back. But this is a team game, right? We do need to get off the field defensively and stay on the field offensively and run the ball a little bit. We got to make sure Evans is healthy. We don't know what's going on. But I'm very interested to see how we come out this first drive when we get the ball offensively to see what we do. You know what I'm saying? To kind of see if we just say, screw it, we're sticking with our guns and we're going deep right off the bat. Or go ahead and throw in our smoke screen and trying to get a little double move off of that. Because it's kind of been our MO.
You have to do something to slow it down a little bit in the second half.
I do think we need to. We need to do that until we have to not do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To help our defense a little bit. I know that halftime helps you get your win, but it's still not the same as when you come on the field after a 9, 10, 12 play drive and then you're like, oh crap, 3 plays and I'm back out there.
If you get Kentucky into a 3 and out on there, Kentucky gets the ball first. If they go 3 and out initially, I'm okay with popping it over the top, going long, big play, super fast. But if they grind you down and maybe they score a touchdown on the first drive on like an 8-minute drive,
here's what I can say.
Gotta do something.
We have won the battle of the last 4 minutes of the first half. We won that battle. Now the second half of that test is you got to win the first 4 minutes, the second half. Those 8 minutes are very crucial to kind of determining how the momentum goes into the fourth quarter.
Yep.
We've already won the last 4. Now we got to win the first 4 of the second half, which entails we need to get a 3 and out, or no more than a 5 or 6 play drive by Kentucky, get the ball, go down and score, put this at a 10-point ball game. And Chris Joyner, no, I did never lose to Kentucky. No.
Lose to Kentucky at Tennessee, you would have had to fit in some very specific windows.
Yeah,
as a player.
Losing to Kentucky is like, it's one of those that, like you said, we beat Kentucky until we don't. We beat Vanderbilt until we don't.
I mean, it's the cardinal sin. It's what coach has survived it so far. I mean, just when you lose to Kentucky, get out of here. Now it would be, I don't want to say understandable for Heupel in this first year, but it wouldn't be a fireable offense.
But it's not understandable for how we're playing offensively.
Yeah, not understandable.
No. We've been playing really well offensively, except for the last quarter and a couple drives of the Alabama game for the past 4 games. So we're continuing to make that stride. Now I expect us against the defense that we have shown that they cannot tackle us in space to take that next step and really solidify offensively what we really want to do in the next week's coming, especially next week. We got Georgia next week. So now is a test to really see if we can stay in a ball game early in the second half, separate in the fourth quarter, put this game out of reach going into next week. That's what I expect.
This is it. Let's see what happens. We'll be back for post game right after the second half of this. We'll break it all down for another few minutes at least. Join us back there. Charlie Burris, that's Jonathan Crompton. Thanks so much to everybody for watching, and we'll see y'all after the game.